Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of After the License, the podcast where we help real estate agents build their business. Today we're going to talk about prioritizing education, and I'm going to give you my favorite tip for maximizing how much you can learn in the real estate industry using this one Google Chrome plugin. But before we get started, some quick housekeeping. As always, I'm your host, Jeff Buettner. If you're listening on any of the podcast platforms, just know you can check us out on YouTube where we live stream these episodes and put up some of our interviews. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can check us out on any of the podcast platforms. Okay, prioritizing education. This is so important, I think, for any profession, but real estate especially. When you're your own business owner, when you're the CEO, you wear a lot of hats. You have to actually sell homes and work with buyers and work with sellers, but you also have to do marketing and accounting, and you have to work your business model, whatever that makes the most sense for you. And so we have to constantly learn so we can get better at these things. And so prioritizing education is a huge piece. We've talked about in the past making time to work on your business and time blocking that out. And this is along those same lines. You should time block out or spend a couple hours each week focused on education and learning something new, whether that's marketing and Facebook advertising to how to, do better accounting for your business. Whatever that looks like, you should spend time focusing on that. And so I recommend to people time block it out. Spend an hour a week, spend 2 hours a week. Maybe if you're blocking out an hour to work on your business, an entire day to work on your business, maybe you spend an hour or two of that day focusing specifically on education. Now, you're lucky if you're in the real estate industry and you're a real estate agent. There is a ton of education out there. Everything from multi-million-dollar producers sharing tips and tricks and secrets to folks like me broadcasting on YouTube and Instagram. And so there's a ton of education out there. And so one thing that I've done to multiply how much I'm able to learn is this one little trick here. And if you're watching on YouTube, let me see if I can actually get it up here on the screen. This is a Chrome extension called Video Speed Controller. So one hack that I've done is every time there's a webinar or a class or something I'm interested in and there's a recording, I wait for that recording. And what I'm able to do is if you install this Video Speed Controller Google Chrome plugin, it's free, you can then watch playbacks of videos at faster speeds. So maybe you start off at 1.1 speed or 1.2, but eventually, once you start to ramp it up, you can get pretty fast. In some cases, I can watch videos at 1.5 times speed or even 2 times speed, right? Especially if they're a slow talker. So think about how powerful that is. You can take an hour class, and if you can listen to it at twice the speed, you can consume it in a half hour. Now, the trick to this, right, is if you're listening to it and it's at a higher speed, you actually have to pay attention. And so what I do is for an hour class I'm interested in, I time block a half hour and I watch it at 2 times speed using this Video Speed Controller. Again, it's free, Google Chrome plugin, and I time block it out and I make sure I'm laser focused and I'm only paying attention to that class for that 30 minutes, take down the notes I need to take down, do the action items I need to do, and move on, right? I think that's the other piece to education is so often we're interested in learning more, but we're doing it while we're multitasking, right? We're listening to podcasts while we work, audiobooks, all those things are great, but if we're not actually focused on the content and focused on the lesson, do we actually get anything out of it, right? And so use this Video Speed Controller to multiply how much you learn. This works on YouTube videos, Facebook videos, most webinars, anything that you kind of view online that's recorded. Most of the time, this Video Speed Controller will work. And even if you use it just to speed past certain chunks of time or dead silences or, again, slow talkers, this is a fantastic trick that I've used for the last year or so to really be able to multiply how much I'm learning. All right, guys, that was prioritizing education. As always, I hope that was helpful. If you found the video or podcast or Instagram post, if you're watching on Instagram, helpful, please give us the thumbs up or the heart, and we'll catch you next time.